The sound of crashing waves. The sound of the tide surging. The noise of the sea breeze. Whenever my headache torments me, these are the sounds that fill my head. My inability to bear a successor placed me in a very difficult position within the Ushiromiya family. Tried every medication was said to promote fertility, every incense or herb. Nothing I tried had any effect. Till I was blessed with Jessica 18 years ago. I was ashamed to even call myself a wife. The creation of a child depends on the efforts of two people and the whims of heaven. It's not fair to place all the blame on yourself. I still don't know what caused my inability to become pregnant. I even went to see noted physicians. I underwent humiliating examinations. I was just told that they didn't understand the reason. Even though quite some time has passed since your marriage, you still couldn't bear a child. I see. It's only natural that Eva, who secretly aspired to become the next head, would start getting ideas. Eva tried to convince father that I was a failure as a future head's wife. It was a time when Kenzo was very disappointed in my husband's repeated business failures. On the other hand, Eva's husband Hideyoshi's business was growing well, completely the opposite of her husband's businesses. He was the only person who could bring father good news. In that case, perhaps there could be no blame placed on father if he decided to lend an ear to Eva's words. Or even accept them without question. It was all my fault because I couldn't bear a child. Aren't babies of this country carried here by storks? If anyone is to be judged, it should be the stork. Thank you. However, though he's still in good health then, the head was already well past his prime. And it's not hard to imagine that he wanted to see his grandchildren's faces as soon as possible. Who cares? If he wanted a grandchild, he could have done what he wanted with that appalling amount of money he had. This is Kinzo, the man who always bragged about how money could create anything. If he wanted a grandchild, why couldn't he just manage something with that money he was so proud of? Yes, that's right. The head gave up on me when I couldn't bear a child. And did just that. Thinking of the duty of anyone in possession of large amounts of money, the head gave a lot to charities. One among these, the facility known as the Gospel House. The facility known as the Gospel House had been given an especially large donation, possibly because he had owed ties to that place. Ah, the Gospel House. Furniture came from that place quite often. As part of their work and training in public activity, it employed Gospel House children with exceptional grades as servants. All these servants in the mansion with the character In, On, Non in their names. Shannon, Ken, Lunan, Manon, Lennon, and more besides. Were children from there. There were quite a lot of them, weren't there? The most quit after just a few years. That's probably because a few years of wages from working here would earn them more than enough to live on their own. Experience as a servant of the Ushiromiya family is a wonderful thing to add to one's resume. I'm sure it was also the head's desire for them to gain this for themselves, and then spread their wings in society. I see. So, an adopted child. Father, what did you just say? Accept this infant as my grandchild. Oh, there. Apparently the baby Kumusawa was trying to soothe didn't like the air in the study at all. He kept on crying as if it hated it here. My apologies, Father. I'm not sure what you want me. Accept this infant as my grandchild. You shall raise it to be the one who succeeds Kraus. In other words, you want my husband and I to raise this baby as her own child. That's right. It's clear by now that you are barren. Your body must have some sort of defect. Oh, there. Oh, there. As though she couldn't hear a discussion in the size, Kumasawa kept on persistently trying to cuddle the baby. This made his crying get even louder. That is nonsense. Father's responsibility giving birth rested with a woman. This world would have no need for men. I never forgotten the bitter pain I felt that day. Of course I wanted a child. How much I prayed I couldn't get pregnant. I went thinking something to do with my body might be the cause. I went to see several famous doctors. But even so, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't become pregnant. After all that, for this to be how you treated... I understand. The baby had just been picked up by the gospel house recently. Of course, it wasn't that I didn't feel compassion for the child. It was so young and already lost its parents' affection. However, the pain and sadness I felt were far greater. With another survey, I had suffered to bear this child. But why did I have to carry this baby? Not only shared on my blood, but he was not related to my husband the slightest either. I don't hate father. If anything, I only hated my body. I detested it. I truly detest my own body for being unable to bear a child. So I prayed. I prayed to both angels and demons. My wishes were granted by both. What did you pray to the angels? I prayed for a miracle in my body. If there was something wrong with my body, I could accept that. I want to overcome that defect and somehow grant the miracle of my husband's child. That wish came true. The next year, you gave birth to Jessica. And what do you pray to the demons? I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. I curse this body of mine. I curse this baby who is living a reminder of my failure. What did you wish for? First time in my life, I prayed and wished to demons. I wish that this baby would simply disappear. Of course, that wish was also granted by demons. On that day, I left the baby within the older servants when I think of the future in the rose garden. No, that's a lie. I just want to clear my mind of everything. The baby cries were aggravating. So I ordered the servants to take the baby to a place where I couldn't hear. By a place where I couldn't hear, I meant somewhere far away. Yes, I wished. I wished for the servant to take the baby far away and never return. I see. So a passing demon heard you witch Natsui-sama? And then, what happened next? After that, there's a bizarre accident that can only have been granted me by a demon. The woodland path from the rose garden to the harbor is certainly most suited for a pleasant walk. And from time to time, if the mood took you, it would undoubtedly feel good to veer off the path and take a walk through the trees. However, wouldn't that be venturing a little too far for a walk with a baby in your arms? There was a cliff on the other side. It was about 10 meters high, I think. It was rocky below. There was even a fence there. Are we just supposed that the servant walked over there holding the baby and then leaned against the fence? The only conceivable explanation is that she was lured there by the beckoning of demons. So, she was lured there. A demon who heard her wish lured that servant there. So then, the servant and the baby... They died! They fell from the cliff down to the rocks below! No, they died because I wished it! That means this is my... It isn't your fault. There's no thing to think about it any further. But it happened because I wished it! No, that's wrong! Making wishes is one thing, but it's only at the whims of gods, demons, and witches that they may be granted. You bear no sin. Humans bear no sin. You can even claim that I killed them if you so desire. No, I did kill them. I took pity upon your misery and lured the servant with the baby to the cliff and led them down it. It was simply an unfortunate accident. If you cannot accept that explanation, then blame it on us. That's right. We're here for your sake. It's not like you killed them. We killed them. So, you are sinless. So please don't blame yourself, Natsui. Is that true? Am I truly sinless? Yes, yes you are! Young one who claims revenge for 19 years ago. If you're gonna curse someone, curse me! However, witches have a patent on curses. Let me take on this fight you're trying to pick with Natsui. I am the Ushiramiya family alchemist. Beatrice the Golden. If anyone picks a fight with the master I serve, I will fight in my master's stead. Revenge for 19 years ago, you say? I'll make you learn that's not even a blink of an eye for a witch who's lived thousands of years. So you hate Natsui for wishing your death 19 years ago? Let me make you remember who it was that lured you off that cliff. As a middle-aged female servant coddled the sobbing baby, she walked on a small path through the trees. Natsui told her the baby was too loud, so she tried to get as far away from the rose garden as she could. She became aware as why she had gone out of her way to head in this direction. However, the sobbing baby suddenly stopped crying. Something was reflecting in his eyes, but the servant couldn't tell what. However, thinking that the baby had stopped because it had taken interest in something, she headed in the direction of the baby's gaze. There he had seen a group of gold butterflies disappearing off into the trees. And on the other side of the trees, the servant saw a woman. Who? It was someone she didn't recognize, someone who couldn't possibly have been there. The baby stopped crying and stared in that direction. Then the servant's legs are automatically carried her that way. Come this way, woman. Bring that cursed baby along with you. The woman couldn't disobey. She was completely overwhelmed by Bito's gold glowing eyes. She walked lightly as though through a dream world. At some point, the scenery around her had changed, but she did not notice. She could not notice. Though the ship in Rokujima at some point had become the garden of a mansion she had never seen before. It was a garden that she had never seen before, even grander than the great rose garden of the Ushiramiya family. A garden of gold roses. There stood an arbor, and a woman wearing an elegant dress beckoning her. There was a man who looked like Butler, and the tea he poured with a beautiful gesture had a very nice and enticing smell. It was as though they were telling her to join the tea party. She couldn't disobey. She had to go to the master of this rose garden and give this child as an offering. Forgive me, woman. Curse her bad luck for being entranced by a witch. And surrounded by these gold roses which I've never been able to enjoy in this world. Sleep. Gap. Yes, understood. When Gap snapped her fingers, A pitch black hole opened at the woman's feet and she was swallowed up along with the baby. The sight that the woman and the baby witnessed in the very next moment probably burned itself into their eyes forever. The dew flew in the air and looked down the rose garden and spread out below them. Below their feet was not the ground, but an unobstructed view of a rose garden which stretched as far as the eye could see. One could have seen this scene imprinted in their minds as a last memory. That would be such a merciful way to die. Then the woman and the baby were swallowed by the golden sea. The thud was remarkably plain and remarkably quiet for the sound of 2 lives being taken. However, it was a perfect fit for their entertainment at a tea party of witches. Darkness swallowed the woman and the baby and slowly expanded to engulf the entire rose garden. The sound of the wind grew stronger bit by bit. Was that TV static? What was that noise? It was the roar of the sea. The 2 had died after falling from a great height into the thicket of golden roses, were gradually engulfed by the roar of the sea, engulfed by the scenery of the beach below the cliff. I guarantee it. You are completely sinless. So much adventure 19 years ago, they need not look further than me. When I spotted the 2 of them on the rocks below, I went pale. Then I dashed back to the mansion. There was a great uproar. From that height, it was a miracle that they even avoided an instant death. But both the servant and the baby died. In less than 3 days from the time father entrusted me with the baby, I had it killed. My husband was on a business trip. Rosa-san, who still lived on the island at the time, was away traveling with her friends. And I the only ones in Rokujima. And before anyone except father and I knew, the baby had disappeared out of nowhere. Then disappeared again. That's right, it was a dream, a nightmare. I was convinced that father would blame me. However, his reaction was somehow strange. I saw this coming! I knew this would happen! How long must you struggle? To what lengths will you escape being mine? I have no interest in that empty cage! Throw it away! When father learned of the accident, he had been laughing as though nothing could be more amusing. To the point that he just listening to him was disturbing me. Perhaps something had come loose in his mind. That was the day that changed him. Father stuffed himself inside the warp of the coat even more than he ever had before. When my husband came back, he was astonished to see how eccentric father had now become. However, he already accepted that this would happen sooner or later. Of course, my husband had heard about the baby. However, told me that was surely just some whim of father's and to forget the whole episode. So I forgot it. It was an unfortunate accident. No, it wasn't an accident at all. Forgot everything that baby exists in the first place. After all, it was a twisted nightmare which lasted not even 3 days. That's right, it was all a nightmare. I don't want to remember any of it. The cliffs, the broken fence, the roar of the sea. And the wailing of that baby. So, is that baby? That baby is the baby of 19 years ago? Of course not. I killed that baby. It no longer exists in this world. However, there is no red truth in the human world. In the human world, nothing can be trusted. That's right. Vito, you definitely killed that baby. But in the human world, might still be considered alive. Whether true alive or not, catch my drift. Are you saying that actually was alive? After falling through the rocks from that height? I don't know. But calm down. No matter how much that person hates you, the truth is that it was an accident. If he does hate you, that hatred is completely unjustified. But... If I did lay a finger on him inside my heart, Calm down! No matter who the man from 19 years ago hates or what he yells, there's no way the sin he's after actually occurred. So, calm down. Why don't I welcome the man from 19 years ago as my guest? And just when the riddle was solved, I thought my job was finished. I've just got to entertain this final guest of mine. It's getting interesting. Not only are you protecting Lord Goldsmith's secret, but you also have a 19th guest and a man from 19 years ago. That's right. To us who claim that Ken's alive, Erica's number 19. And in addition to that 19th piece, we have a man from 19 years ago. I'm getting all excited. We have no lack of opponents. And I was just thinking it's a shame to only have one guest at my tea party. Come, you fools. True to Erica's Lady Bernkesto's piece. In that case, she's piece of the man from 19 years ago. The voice, which conveniently overheard through the receiver, was Nachi's. I understand. I'll sleep right now. I'll go in my room and I will pick up the phone. So please don't tell my husband and my daughter. I heard through a receiver, even those begging screams should have shaken the heart of anyone who heard them. We listened to with a heart of ice. As long as you keep your promise, I'll keep your secret, Mother. Don't break your promise. I'm already very close by. You can easily tell whether you turn your lights off when you're on the phone. I wish I could even kiss your sleeping face. I'll keep it! I'll keep my promise! So stop it! Just stop! Stop it! The receiver was set down violently. He knew very well how bad an aftertaste you could leave for the other side just by the way you hung up the phone. Okay. Good night, Mother. And there you go. Now Natsu won't come out of her room tonight. That's a clever trick. You can change your voice. Anyone can change their voice. A sweet voice when begging Papa for a favor. A hoarse-sounding voice would take the day off of school. A positive voice would turn down a friend you actually hate. If you want. I can do it. And your voice. At all. You should stop being a witch and become a voice actress. Not to mention they're serving Beatrice. Yeah, you're really not helping draw a suspicion away from them at any point. So, are all the pieces set up for both of us now? Furudo Erika? What a wonderful piece! She suits you so much more than Angie did, Burn. Thank you for admiring my self-insert. Your praise honors me, Lady Lambda Delta. The pleasure is mine. She really is wonderful. Super kawaii. I'm dying to break her spirit with my witch illusion to see her face twist in humiliation. Hear that? Don't embarrass me, okay? Show me you're a much more useful piece than Angie was. Yes, leave it to me. Lady Burn Castel, my master. I'm nothing like the gloomy, dull, utterly charmless beast. She's so right! How many used to think that Angie did was get turned into meat chunks to fire Bather up? We have no interest at all in family love or siblings love. The game we want to see is more gruesome and sticky. A grotesque, pop, and kawaii murder case. If Natsui is the king, then I wonder if Beto is the queen. The packs of furniture and witches guarding Natsui is less like a set of chess pieces, more like bowling pins, right?
versions of Natsu and Bito? Kinzo, that worthless furniture? Entertain us a bit, will you? Especially Bito. We're bored of you now. That Legend of the Witch murder game of yours is over. Your time is up too. The game bird is burned and mined now. Also, you're to be reduced to one of our pieces and toyed with for all eternity. Both Natsu and Bito are sacks of filthy, rotten truth. His entrails wrapped up in a thin layer of skin. Tearing that to shreds and dragging the insides out will be one of my... No, one of our few pleasures. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it. Hey, are you watching? Beatrice? Look how much fun we can be had playing with your board. I'll show you. A fifth game that's actually fun. It's a bit sad if we're the only ones having a pleasant chat. Why didn't you let Bito talk too? Hear that? I'll give you special permission to talk. What do you hope to gain from this latest game? Nothing, she says. That's right, that's right. You're the loser who got crushed by Battler. Leave it to me, okay? I'll put the witch side on top in a snap. What a dreadful loss of face for Beatrice. Keep the goat have her epitaph so easily soft before the first twilight. Isn't it great that even left as a piece as part of Natsu's fantasy? Well, except that we're treating you as a pin now instead of a piece. The golden witch Beatrice is out of the picture now! In my game, your furniture only have a teeny tiny row. A loser's row. You can enjoy getting tossed and thrown around and being toys for me and burn. If that's not what you want, just tell us to stop. And we'll stop. She doesn't mind. Pin confirmed! There's no need for a golden witch anymore. All that's needed is a sacrifice of those so that we two witches can enjoy some time playing. Die, disappear. Invest your filthy past in your crimes. Cry out your sobs of regret and repentance as you throw yourself off a cliff and die. There will be no more need for the appearances of the golden witch. Bito, this will be a most horrible game. The server does look very similar to the usual tales.
However, there's no respect given to the true main character of this tale. It's supposed to be the tale to which the Golden Witch Beatrice invited Ushiromi a battler. However, the host has been lost and is no longer a guest. With both the inviter and invitee now gone, only the worst kind of tale remains. Welcome to the 5th game. End of the Golden Witch. Welcome to a party with neither host nor guests, hijacked by wicked witches.
Ready, battler. The second day is about to start. I hate Bito's kind of slow plotting storytelling.
Do your worst. No matter how much you mess things up, I'm gonna breach the truth of this game.
As you must. For the sake of your little sister, if nothing else. Don't worry. Lady Landetto may be far more terrifying opponent than the fool Beatrice. But I'll be giving you plenty of support, so there won't be any problems. Let's work together, and this time we expose the witch illusions for what they really are.
I don't give a damn about you. I don't accept anything or anyone that wasn't part of Bito's games, and I don't need your help. Your presence here fucking makes everything worse. Go away!
Is now really the time to act tough? Oh well, let's both give it our all, okay? Together, let's tear the witch illusions to shreds.
Erica brazenly put her hand out for me to shake. Instead of just passively ignoring this, I gave her an active and clear answer by knocking her hand aside. Looks like he hates shaking hands. Just like Angie.
Don't worry, I'm far more useful piece than Angie. I'm nothing at all like these trying to meet that couldn't accomplish anything besides restoring Ballason's fighting spirit. You fucking... Isn't it great that you've been blessed with such helpful-looking allies? In the past, it was all for Jillia and Ronave. And Angie came as well. And now you have Bern and Erica. There's so many pieces supporting you. And despite all that, you still couldn't even get a glimpse of the truth. How does it feel to be that incompetent? How does it feel?
Doesn't matter. This battle was between me and Bito. Everyone else besides us. Doesn't matter.
Oh! Is that true? Are you finally standing on your own? You always saw someone helping you or showing you mercy, so wonders how far you get on your own. I'm gonna enjoy watching this.
I'm taking it back. This is our game. You two aren't invited! Yes, that's true. This is your game. And show us you're capable of reclaiming it. You couldn't even win Bito's games when she went easy on you at every turn. So as far you can take Lambda's complete ruthless game without anyone's help. Now awaken, Ushiromiya Valor! Welcome to the morning of October 5th! Was it someone's alarm clock? A repetitive electronic beeping noise filled the room. Valor had gone to bed late and hadn't had anywhere near enough sleep yet. Covered his head in his blanket and waited for someone to turn off the alarm. No matter how much time passed, the beeping didn't stop. I see. The point of an alarm isn't just to be loud enough to wake you up. But if it keep annoying you enough from falling back asleep. Hey guys! The alarm's going off. Make it stop, please. Why do we always sound so annoyed when first waking up? Well, it does make sense. After all, we're so sleepy and in a bad mood. However, there's absolutely no sign that my annoyed voice had caused anyone to turn over in their sleep. Much less crawl out of bed to stop the alarm. Letting out a deep sigh, I flung the covers off of me and got up. With the shutters down the windows, there was almost no way for light to get in, and the room was so dim as it had been earlier. Though even the shutters had been down, there's no way that this dull weather would have let in enough sun to make this a pleasant morning. My cousins were so wrapped up in their beds, sound asleep and taking no notice whatsoever of that beeping. Normally, once any one person gets up, the others tend to automatically follow. Knowing that the law of consecutive summer camp awakenings that I come up with has been broken down, I drowsily searched for the source of the sound. I could hear it coming from a wristwatch set on the table. Judging by the style of the watch, it was probably George on a keys. Taking a random guess, I pushed a small button on the side of it and the sound stopped. Apparently had been set for 7 in the morning. Oh fuck, it's already 7. Sorry, but I don't really feel like I slept at all. Playing cards had been left on the table as though they had stopped mid-game. The game looked like 7s. Damn it, I've got a piercing headache. What the hell was all that last night? Imagine going to the substitute argument beating our parents. Oh, it feels like a bad dream. Ugh, so stupid. Breakfast normally starts at 8. Now is a bad time to start getting up and getting dressed. The Oats probably won't argue in front of us cousins. In that case, I think I'll stay with my cousins all day long. I'm sure they'll be able to keep me away from all the annoying talk about the golden being the sexer and all. In fact, I should have done that in the first place. I set my clothes on last night too, so I'm dressed in sweat. Gross. Guess I'll take a shower. I'm sure the others want to too. At this age, it's embarrassing to wake up by shaking their shoulders. If I turn on the TV, everyone will probably wake up. Well, at least turn the lights on for now. In this dim light with the quiet sound of the continuing wind and rain, it really doesn't feel like morning's come yet. I flipped the light switch. Then, that dimly lit morning ended. George! This is just too much! How could anyone get away with doing something like this? As they clung to Anaki's corpse, knowing that he would never wake up again, Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi cried. Please, let them go for now. You think George-kun would like the duty to seem this way? Of course not. Anaki, I know how you feel, but let's have Dr. Nanjo handle this. How can you understand? George was killed! George! George! Dr. Nanjo's right. He must keep looking George like this. This is for his sake. We gotta hold back right now. When Auntie Eva tried even harder to cling to that corpse, Dad Uncle Hideyoshi grabbed her away and had a heated debate with her besides the wall. No! No! George! Dr. Nanjo, help him! He's lost too much blood to a blood transfusion! George and I are the same blood type! I beg you! Dr. Nanjo! Eva-san, it pains me to say this, but... What George-kun needs right now is in your blood. Nanjo shook his head slightly and nodded across to where I stood. I saw he put the blanket up and covered George Anaki's body. His throat had been split wide open. The wound was probably larger and deeper than his mouth. Did it look like a clean, neat corpse now that his neck was at least covered? Of course not. Large amount of blood that had spilled from the wound stained the bed a horrible red. Even covering with a blanket could hide the blood that poured out. After all, there were large, dark red stains on the blanket too. That even once he was covered with it, the gruesomeness of the body was still thrust in our faces. So I stripped the blankets off my bed and placed them on top. I only had 2 blankets. So if I just covered just one more body, I wouldn't be able to cover any more. Compared to the ones I couldn't cover. For some reason, despite the situation, I muttered, don't complain about not getting the same as everyone else inside my head. Kiri? Pull their blankets over them. They'll catch coats. Sure. Kiri-san and I cover the other bodies with their blankets in the same way as Georgianiki's, so that they wouldn't have to suffer the indignity of having their terrible wounds exposed like this anymore. In one bed rested Jessica. Jessica was the exact same as Georgianiki. Though she appeared to be resting quietly in the bed, her throat had been sliced deep and the wound lay open and bruised away. And Maria was the same. Not only Maria, there was one more victim. Lying in the same bed sitting alongside her was Auntie Rosa. Georgianiki, Jessica, Maria, and Auntie Rosa. In this room were 4 people who had been killed, their throats sliced open. They'd probably been like that since last night. And I came back to the room completely ignorant, snuggled under the covers, and fell asleep right next to them. All of them had a horizontal cut across their throats. I have been forced to see all the way into the depths of those gashes in everyone's throats. Those cuts might have even reached as far as halfway into their necks. If you tried to open one up, you'd probably be able to see the gash reach all the way to the bone. The only wounds were the single gash on each neck. To discover the necks with your hand, you might be able to persuade yourself that they were merely sleeping. But even so, this friendly deep wound was incredibly gruesome. There's so much such thing as clean or dirty ways of killing. All methods of killing are equally brutal. But even so, this was incredibly brutal. And there was one more thing which adorned these blue mirrors, make them even more unsettling. Drawn very large on the wall, was something like an eerie magic circle. And you look as though some disturbing ritual had taken place in the room. The 4 of them offered us human sacrifices. However, none of us were paying any attention. None of us had our hearts so cold they could witness the deaths of those so close to them, and still worry about some graffiti on the wall.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, what a wonderful magic circle.
Gero bragged that she drew more pleasure from the prospect so than truth than from the truth itself, and he went so far as to call herself an intellectual rapist, appeared in the hall. When he saw that extraordinary creepy magic circle in this gruesome room, I heard it was unmistakable sigh of admiration escape her lips. Don't fucking come in here.
I overheard the details in the corridor. You said 4 people have passed away? Allow me to express my sincerest condolences.
And Erica's face, no, that's not it. It was in her eyes. In Erica's eyes, I could see a shameless smile. That was hard to describe. You found this entertaining. You found the outbreak of crime entertaining? It was kind of like the smile of a kid waiting in the wings of this cool play. Only version was due to come on stage. Sorry, Erika-chan. We're busy at the moment. You waiting in your room?
I'm afraid not. It's the detective's right to investigate the scene.
お前に用はないと言ってんだぜ。
We said we don't want you here.
被害
What?
者はおとなしく引っ込んで
You're not one of the families who have the respect to back off.
現場検証を妨害する容疑者が犯人であるミステリーが残留
It is a disappointing third-rate murder mystery in which the suspect blocking actually the murder scene turns out to be the culprit.
というのが私の持
At
論
least in my humble opinion.
お前の都合など知るか。
Who gives a damn about what you
出
want?
ていけ。
Get out!
お前なんかお呼びじ
No
ゃ
one
ね
needs you here.
え。エリカちゃん。
Erica-chan.
ほんまにす
I'm
まない
really sorry, but could you return to your room?
てくれんか。今は取り込み
We're busy here.
ジョージジョージどいてください
Move out of the way, please. I can't investigate the crime scene.
もしそれが必要なら俺たちがするし、警察がする。
There's no need for that. We'll do it ourselves or leave it to the police.
前に
Like hell, you have the right to defile the bodies any further.
あるわけがねえ。
探偵権限
Detectives are authority.
探偵は全ての現
The
場を
detective has the right to investigate all crime scenes.
そこをどきなさい
Move out of the way, you show me a baller.
これは人間側に認められたゲームの正当な権利よ
This is my legitimate right within the game, as granted the human side.
These words, which seem utterly ridiculous at first, were words of power that come from a word much higher than theirs. Bowser was thrown back by unseen force and landed on his butt. Struck signed by Erica's quite intensely the bizarre suffocating atmosphere, and no one was able to prevent her from entering the room.
ご安心を死者の尊厳を犯すことが目的ではありませんので
Rest assured my goal is not to profane the dignity of the deceased. I have no desire to peer in the ghastly gashes in the throats.
私が知りたいのはもっと別のことです
I wish to ascertain something completely different.
つまりこの殺人を誰が行ったかです
Namely, who committed these murders?
南條先生それから皆さん
Dr. Nanjo and the rest of you?
特に第一発見者いろいろとお尋ねして
And particularly Pallerston, the first to discover the bodies. I have a number of questions for you, so I hope you'll oblige me.
だから何の権限があってだよ。
Are you listening? What gives you the right?
私が探偵だからよ
Because I am the detective.
I couldn't argue with this incomprehensible nonsense. No, he wasn't permitted to argue. It's a restriction placed on pieces. Erica summoned Dr. Nancho got him to tell her the details about his preliminary findings. Normally, you wouldn't have spoken to that to an outsider so casually. However, for some reason, the atmosphere about the place has begun to make it feel as though nothing should be hidden from Erica.
さてラムダの第一の場死体は4つ
4 corpses.
2つ足りない
That's 2 corpses short.
ま
Well, she doesn't necessarily see to it that 6 people were killed. That's how we've been playing.
あの子空気読める子だからあと2人もどこかで殺してる
That girl's human inclusive, so she must have killed 2 more people somewhere.
There's a magic circle on the wall representing the first try, something one of Beto's games. That girl talks big, but I wonder just how close she can imitate Beto. Your Hebrew sure is crafty, Lambda. You got this part slightly wrong.
What the heck?
どういうこと
What's going on?
どうして今
Why is there a magic circle?
きっとベアトリーチェ様の真似がしたかったのよ
I'll bet someone wanted to try imitating Beatrice-sama. What a crappy magic circle.
真似どころじゃないわよ
This isn't some funny imitation. Some human deliberately drew this to make it look like Beatrice-sama's own work.
わざわざ書いたんだとにかくベアトリーチェ様に報告を
Anyway, let's report to Beatrice-sama about this.
ゴールドスミス
Even though we're already up to our eyes just protecting Goldsmith's secret. What a pain.
でも全然美しくない殺人だわ
These murders have no beauty to them.
別に密室でもないし不可能犯
It isn't a locked room or anything. Nothing's impossible about it.
罪無残な
Solid murders like this aren't worthy of Beatrice-sama at all.
全然ふさわしくないわフルドエリカか
Furudo
予
Erika,
期せぬ事件の予期せぬ
an unexpected woman from an unexpected crime.
そして
And there's that unexpected man from 19 years ago.
気分はバトラーに解かれるし何がどうなってる
What the heck is going on?
行くわよ
Let's go.
はいお姉様
Yes, One-sama. In the kitchen, Goto is preparing a wonderful breakfast at a brisk pace. The main dish would be herb omelet. Even simple foods could become an invigorating feast under Goto's handful of skills. He was planning to complete all the other preparations of the meal here beforehand, then cook their individual omelets fresh before their eyes in the dining hall, serving them up one by one.
Pam, 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 pam.
Goto hummed as he continues preparations in high spirits. When Shani was helping out, saw Goto like this, her mood also brightened. She arranged the salad in a neat little pattern and showed to Goto.
こんな感じでどうでしょ
How's this?
うトマトの感じがちょっと可愛くなったと思います
I think the tomatoes look a bit cuter this way. Very nice. You're really getting the hang of this, Shannon-san. The two happy people gave each other a high five. Shan didn't like Goto when he was sneaky, but she had no problems at all with him when he was cooking happily. Sometimes even thought it would be nice if his contract hadn't included any jobs besides cooking. That being the case, he wouldn't have had to get in a bad mood during unnecessary jobs.
食堂の準備ができましたよ。
Dining hall is ready. You can carry it in whenever you want.
もうじきですの
We're almost gonna go, so please get the serving cart ready. That thing, even Kumasawa caught Goto's high spirits. The kitchen had very nice snow and atmosphere about it, truly refreshing so early in the morning. Then Cam came back in the usual bad mood he always had from the moment he woke up. Ken and Genji were in charge of getting many things ready for morning since opening the curtains. However, Ken had been alone today, so it'd take much longer than usual.
終わったよ。
I'm done. Where's Genji-sama?
まだいらっしゃらないの
He still isn't here.
珍しいわね
That's unusual for him, isn't it?
寝坊されるなんて
I've never known him to sleep in. I guess even Genji's son sleeps in sometimes.
親族会議の最
That's rather chaos, considering that this is the middle of a family conference.
カノンさん
Cannon-san,
起こしてきてあげて
you wake him up for us?
はい。
Yes.
寝ぼけまなこの源氏さんってど
What
んな
a Genji-san's face looks like when he's half asleep. Oh, let me go with you.
しますよ
Even though Goda asked her to get the servant car ready, Kumasawa followed nimbly after Ken, skillfully skipping work. As Ken muttered about Goda was the one who slept in all the time, he headed for the servants' sleeping quarters.
カノンさんは今朝起こさなかったんですか
So, you didn't wake him up this morning, Ken-san.
僕は昨夜
Last night I fell asleep while still in the servant room, so I returned to the servants' quarters. Last night, Ken dozed off on the middle of his late night shift, falling asleep in the servant room. Shan had been kind enough to put a blanket on him. That just made it so warm that he fell into an even deeper sleep. Sam returned to his bed in the servants' quarters last night. Because that he hadn't met Genji even once this morning. He knocked on the door.
源氏様
Genji-sama? It's Ken.
おはようございます
Good morning.
あら
Oh my.
まだお休みかし
I wonder if he's still sleeping.
失礼します
Excuse me. Ken was about to open the door. He noticed something strange on the upper part of it. What is this? Duct tape? A small strip of duct tape was stuck along the frame of the door, almost as though it was sealing the door shut. Or there were small slits made with scissors along with the center of the tape. So if you open the door even a slight amount, it would be turned in two. Also running slightly across the duct tape with a fine pen was what appeared to be someone's signature? It was written in a very elaborate and decorative manner. If it was a signature, Ken had no idea whose name was written on it.
誰かのいたずらでしょうか
I wonder if it's some sort of prank.
わからないけど
I don't know, but there's no point in worrying about it right now.
源氏様
Genji-sama?
失礼します
Excuse me. He opened the door, ripping the duct tape. Nothing pretty happened when ripped, so it was strange the piece of tape. The strange piece of duct tape was quickly forgotten. The room was dimly lit. The bunk bed's lower bunk still had a blanket under it. Apparently Genji was still sleeping.
おはようございます
Good morning, Genji-sama.
源氏さんらしくもない
This isn't like you.
朝でございます
It's morning.
源氏様
Genji-sama!
Oh, what is this?
There was a large, dark red stain on the blanket. So this was one of the servants' blankets, even those were always kept clean. There's no way this could have been a stain like this. Ken hesitantly peeled back Genji's blanket, saw what was left of him, and was shook into silence.
What? What the heck? His throat's been cut right across.
It's a sharp cut. You couldn't cut through flesh like that without a blade of considerable length. What? What's going on? Palace saw the root of the epitaph, right? Why are murders happening? I don't know.
いずれにせよ厄介なことになるぞ
In any event, this isn't good.
ベアトリーチェ様とナツキ様にご報告申し上げた方がいい
You sure about this to Beatrice-sama and Natsui-sama?
ベルフェは急いでルシネに報告を
Balfi, hurry and report to Lucini.
心得た
Understood. After dashing out, Kumasawa called Goda and Shannon over. Then this new pair allowed streams again to go to the firsts.
Hey, Goda! Stop making breakfast.
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょ
Is now really the time to be saying that?
ための朝食は
There's no chance they'll be having a quiet and peaceful breakfast on the second day. I have a bad feeling about this.
源氏だけで済まないかもしれない
Genji might not be the only one.
屋敷内を確認するわよ他にも 何か起こっているかもしれない。
Let's check the entire mansion. Something else might have happened.
はい、お姉様。
Yes, Oni-sama.
I like this shit. I like this shit. I'm hungry. Now she's spring awake at the sudden sound of the phone. Tanachi, the fact she woke up was surprising in itself. She had thought she was going to spend the whole night unable to sleep out of fear the mysterious man might come out at any moment. At some point, she must have fallen asleep. Yeah, of course she didn't feel rested at all. As she groaned with the dull pain in her head, which hadn't gone away once since last night, she managed to get out of bed.
おはようございます、夏日様。
Good morning, Natsuki-sama.
おはよ
Good morning.
う。最悪。
It's a horrible morning.
ご安心を。
Don't
誰
worry.
も部屋へ立ち
No
入
one
ろうとし
attempted to
ません
enter this room.
そう、
I see.
不審番を。
Thanks for keeping watch all night. Even so, that didn't mean she had been able to sleep peacefully. The continuing ringing on the phone made her headache throb even more strongly.
電話にお出になられた方がよろしいかと。
I believe it would be wise to answer the phone.
あと、良くないご報告が今。
Also have some bad news to report from my sisters.
良くない報告は後にしましょう。
Let's leave the bad news for later. I'll answer the phone first. Nachi shook her head to wake herself up and picked up the receiver. Then she got out listening to the user's bad news first. If she wanted the first thing she heard about this horrible warning to be something better than this.